Hey going there guys, so I'm Sin, the Crypt Keeper, and I've got another ICO review for you guys. Right now we are reviewing Chainium. So what is Chainium? Chainium is the new equity blockchain. So firstly, what is equity? Equity is pretty much stocks in the stock market. The equity market is practically the same as the stock market. And so what Chainium are trying to do here is bring the stock market to the blockchain and allow for easy transferring and transactions between people buying the stocks and the people selling the stocks, to make it really basic for you. So they want to be able to create a system where you don't need a stockbroker. You can deal directly peer-to-peer, and there's lots of different value in this, which we'll get to as we read through the website, the info, and the white paper here. So on the first homepage here, you can see a little video that you can watch. It only goes for like a minute and 30 seconds, but we're not going to watch that right now. But I do recommend you give that a little bit of a gaze. We've built a platform to buy and sell shares to disrupt the global equity market. No more stock exchanges, no more trading through banks, brokers, or intermediaries, no more expensive fees. Now they do have an app also, as you can see here. It is available for download on both the Google Play Store and the Apple iStore. I have downloaded that on my Google phone and checked it out, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it basically looks like a buy and sell, like a Gumtree, eBay kind of page. Gumtree is Australia's version of Craigslist, I suppose. And yeah, it was pretty cool. So I just listed different companies and different businesses offering shares, offering stocks, and you could just go ahead and select the amount that you wanted, how much money you wanted to spend, and I suppose in the next few screens you go ahead and you'd buy them. So it's practically like a Craigslist or an eBay for stocks over the blockchain. So all of the offers are on smart contracts and immutable, so they can't be changed at all once they've gone through, which of course is very important. They do have quite a few different little pictures here, videos. I haven't seen these at all, actually. They've got some South Park stuff and some Family Guy stuff. What's that about? Let's give that a little gaze.
I got a $100 check from my grandma, and my dad said I need to put it in the bank so it can grow over the years.
Well, that's fantastic. A really smart decision, young man. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
Oh, that is brilliant. This made me love them a lot more. That's great, guys. I'm not going to watch the others, but there is a Family Guy one and a Futurama one as well. So that's practically what they're saying they want to avoid. They want to get rid of that middleman, get rid of all those fees that you incur by going from third party to fourth party to fifth party, and they just want to get the job done in a simple, easy transaction between two people, which is how it should be, really, and which is the essence of decentralization. Let's scroll down, and we've got the token sales statistics, the token metrics here right away. So let's just take a quick gaze of them. The ticker is CHX. Token sale is in March 2018. Exact date and time will be announced on the website. So I'm not sure if that actually has been announced yet, but I know it hasn't happened. I only do reviews and ICOs, guys, on ICOs that have not happened yet. So I'm not going to waste your time with stuff that you cannot participate in. The hard cap is 8 million USD, which is great. A nice small hard cap is absolutely lovely. It's what we want to see. Total token supply of 200 million tokens, and total available for the ICO is 100 million. Of the 100 million CHS tokens available for sale, any that are not sold once the public sale ends will be burnt. That's great. 1 CHX is 0.00017 ETH. Minimum contribution 0.1 ETH. KYC and AML will be required, and it's a standard ERC20 token. They accept ETH, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. So let's go ahead and put those figures into our spreadsheet since we have them right there. So this is Chainium, and we had a hard cap of 8 million. We had total number of tokens of 200 million. And number in the ICO of 100 million. With a total percentage supplied of 50%. Now they did give us a price. Token 1 CHX is 0.00017 ETH. So we can go ahead and use a little formula we have here that is in D5. I'll have an ICO price, token price of 0.139. Get some scores into these. Half a point there. We've got 1 point there. That's great. Where is that? Get it up there. Okay. Let's move along. Get whitelisted. Register now. Oh, I don't want to click that. Okay, we'll click that in a sec. We'll open that. Oh, no, I've got to refresh. Bear with me. There we go. Token allocation, use of proceeds. Okay, so we've got 50% going to sale, which we saw just then. 20% to a reserve fund. 25% to founders and management. And 5% token sale costs. Not sure that's going to cost too much money. Marketing and that, I suppose. Use of proceeds. 50% going to IT development. 10% IT infrastructure. 15% to business operating costs. 10% goes to their regulatory and compliance. 10% to sales and marketing. 5% to loans. Let's have a look at the roadmap. So 2017, half one, I suppose that is. Yep, half one. Business case. Ideas and concepts turned into reality. White paper, technical paper. And then business launch towards the end. Chainium is founded by Sasha, Florian, and Erman, having worked in the equity and technology industry for more than 15 years. Initial launch in the UK. Great. 2017 H2, partners and advisors. Prototype, the first alpha release is done. That's awesome, which I've had a look at, guys. I do recommend you download that and have a quick gaze because it is pretty cool. And of course, you know, when we're dealing with an ICO that has a prototype, the chances of success for profitability are 90% more than ICOs that do not have prototypes. So, you know, we don't want to invest in just, you know, ICOs that have ideas and plans to build something. We prefer to go for ones that actually have a working product that we can see and look at. The pre-sale and public sale CHS are launched in the end of 2017. That's great. H1 2018 network release 1.0, the first production ready iteration of our platform goes live. It's the one that I just saw, which is great. And half two, network to release. Network to release. The full feature set for listed and unlisted companies, small, medium, large, will be available for all investors and all businesses. Read our white papers. Guys, I do have a few different white papers here, which are pretty cool. I've got the brochure open right over here. Let's have a quick look at that. Welcome to Chainium, the equity blockchain global decentralized network. Buy and sell shares using Chainium. Really cool. So again, it just describes everything that we've spoken about, what they do practically. It's relatively straightforward, even for someone who doesn't understand stocks and the stock market, such as myself. I've never really been into stocks too much. I understand the basic principles of what's going on. However, it looked very straightforward. Even the app, like, you know, in 5 minutes, I could purchase some shares. Whether that's a good thing or not, who knows? But let's assume that if you're getting into this, you know what you're doing. They want to disrupt the global equity market. They believe that the global equity market needs to be disrupted. We stand for any business who wants to raise capital to grow. We stand for any investor who wants to buy shares in businesses they believe in. A business perspective of today's equity market: expensive, slow, complex, and opaque, difficult to access for private businesses. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and have a look at that. It does have a few cool diagrams. Goes through the app as well, talks about that. It talks about the problems and the solution that they want to provide as well. So that's really cool. The next thing we'll do, I think, is we'll go through their team. I have taken the time to go through and do that prior to starting this video, so I don't waste all of your time going through every little aspect here. What I have found is that they have a relatively strong team. In terms of all-stars that we look for here, it's not the greatest, but what we have... Leila Trokic. Well, I found a couple of them had worked for the similar organization, which was 2 of them worked for Global Payments, head of payments and development. A few of the employees, few of their team members worked there. Leila also worked for Oracle as an education assistant. Oracle are huge. They have, I think, over 500,000 or something employees, or Oracle have 2.5 million followers and 160,000 employees on LinkedIn alone. And I do know Oracle, they're a reputable IT company, IT services company. So they're huge. Global Payments they work for as well. So she will get what I've done basically. What I like to do is if I don't find people who I consider full all stars, if I have a few of them on the team, then I'm happy to accumulate them and give them one all star point together. And again, I'm just this just happens in my head. So if you want to work it out a different way in your head, then that's something you should do. You shouldn't sit there and just listen to what I say and do what I do. Get your own results, do your own research. You shouldn't be following anyone blindly. Next person I had a look at was Kenan Trokic. Kenan also worked for general manager for the global payment system, Global Payments Europe. We also had Sasha. Sasha is the CEO and co-founder of Chainium. Sasha has worked for was the chief information officer for Computershare. Quite a few of them work for Computershare in the UK also. Now, it's not an absolutely huge organization, but it is dealing directly with what this industry is all about. Stocks, equity, stock market, stock exchange, that kind of stuff. Erman Zinic, again, you can see manager data services at Computershare. So he had Computershare everywhere also. We have, this was Helen Tanner. Helen was at Computershare also, and she was also head of content at AXA Wealth. And AXA, as we know, is a huge insurance firm. They're absolutely massive, reputable worldwide. So that's a point there. So basically what I did is, considering a few of them work for the same place, AXA is something that I know and I'm aware of, as was Oracle. I gave them 2 team points combined for the 4 of them. There were also a couple of advisors here as well. So let's have a look at who those advisors were. We had Yana Afanasieva. We had Mark Westcott and Ian Robertson. Now, one of them, I believe, did not open. The LinkedIn page would not open. So I've got Yana's open right there. And I believe she was the only one that I deemed point worthy. And that was for here. We can see she was head of compliance for the Central and Eastern Europe, Middle East and Africa region for PayPal. So she worked at PayPal for over 2 years. And she also worked at Amazon. She was a senior finance manager for Amazon. So that's an advisory point there as an all-star. However, one of their LinkedIn pages did not open, and the other one I did not deem an all-star. Excuse me. So we're going to go through and put their points in there. We had 2 for the team, and we had 1 all-star for the advisor. In terms of the idea, it sounds brilliant, whether they can pull it off or not, that waits to be seen. What I would do though is I'm happy to give them a 2. I love the fact that they have the app already up and going. That's massive points there. Plus, the reason it's not a 3 is because the team wasn't super strong. Again, they may be experts in their field, but just the system that I use to mark what is an all-star or not isn't one that they ticked all the boxes in. Prototype, yes, they do have one. Let's have a look at their community. Now, the Telegram channel has 3,638 members, 3,638, plus Twitter. The Twitter is 3959, giving us a total of 7597. Let's get that in there, 7597. It's not going to generate too many points. I would have hoped by now, being close to their ICO launch in March, it said that they would have a bit more of hype going on. But I think it is starting to build. I have seen a few other people do a few reviews on this, so it's getting there. I want to put this down as a fintech, being a financial kind of technology app institution kind of thingy. And that's going to generate 1 point for them there. I didn't see any bonuses available in their token metrics, which I like. I don't like to see bonuses. I don't want them. I don't like to see other people getting them. Now let's go ahead here. They are definitely decentralized. However, I do not believe they are open source. Are they a game changer? I don't think they're a game changer. I don't consider this is going to change the world at all. It may be convenient and handy for people who are in this industry. However, again, I don't think it's a game changer in the grand scheme of things. What was their ticker? CHX, got that one right. Are they decentralized? Yes, they are decentralized. Now, I don't think as a whole the project is open source. However, I did read in their white paper that they will be releasing apps that will be open source. Another oddity that I found here, as you can see, token sale. What is the purpose of our token sale? We are undertaking a token sale for 3 reasons. 3 reasons. 1, to raise funds to compete to complete the development of Chainium and to launch the production platform. 2, to create a committed community of token owners who will transact on Chainium. And that's it. So they say 3 and they list 2. And, you know, I can understand, you know, needing to raise funds for your ICO. That's why these people are doing it. They need to raise funds for their project. That's the reason for the ICO to be happening. I would have loved for them to give a bit of a better reason in this section here. I know that people are going to need the tokens to transact on Chainium. Just a little bit more information would have been nice. Plus, of course, a third point there rather than just the 2. Yeah, I definitely don't see anything about a bonus structure or anything like that in the white paper. Now, see, if I type in open source, what I do see is when it comes to, in this section here, application, so apps, API and community features to allow the open source community to build applications that interface with Chainium ecosystems. Well, you know what? I believe that is open source. We will provide rich, secure APIs along with documentation, support forums and blogs. So I'm not sure if that, again, I'm not sure if that means that the entire network, the entire project is open source, or whether they're going to allow apps to be open source for people to integrate with and to build along. Either way, I want to give them a point. I never expect financial institutions to be open source. You know, when people are dealing with money and crypto, they usually, it's just usually isn't. But from what I've seen from my history, I could be right, I could be wrong. From what I've seen, they generally are not. But they did mention that they are allowing open source apps, so I'm going to give them a point for that. Is blockchain required for this? For what they're doing here, you know, they want to run this through the blockchain for the speed and for the security. I'm sure like stock markets have existed for decades without blockchain. However, what they want to do is bring it to the blockchain. So for what they're trying to do, yes, I would say blockchain is required. I always find this one on FU1. Okay, what else have we done here? I believe we have filled out everything. So what I will do is, guys, I will go ahead and fill out all the details here. I'll have a whitelist link. I'll have the pre-sale link, the pre-sale date, ICO start dates, all that stuff will be filled in. Disrupting equity market with blockchain. Okay, let's go ahead and get a score here. See what this spreadsheet tells us. Oops, what's a solid score? 2166 and a percentage score of 77.36. So that's fairly good, guys. It is in the yellow section here, which does stand for average. However, you know, for lack of better words, I just couldn't figure out what to name these things, so I just went by a school report card. You know, top green ones being excellent, then ones underneath from, and that's 90 and above % being excellent, and in the 80s, 80 percentile is very good, and the 70 percentile is, you know what, that should not be average at all. That should be good, and the next one should be average, and then the next one should be poor. That makes a lot more sense. Great, got that sorted. So 77.36% in between Hycon and Debitum, another fintech there. This will change now. I don't know why this happens, but this is about to change just ever so minutely. It should rise just, that's why. Because that is not meant to be that. Okay, the ether price has changed. That is why. Again, guys, because we have a dynamic spreadsheet here, this is the ether price, and the ether price that they gave us is, sorry, their ICO price that they gave us was a equation with ether, so 0.00017 ETH. And so just from that time when I put it in and dropped it down, the ether price changing means that that has changed. And well, that's pretty much the same, gone up a little bit. So just above Hycon now, 77.40%. And it is a dynamic website again, guys, so things will change as we go along. And that's it for Chainium. Will I invest? I'll definitely take a closer look at it and see if their community grows at all. I don't like their community numbers. I have about 3,000 in there. Again, I do not like when, you know, these Telegram groups have 50,000 plus in their Telegram community pages. At the same time, I don't like when they have less than 5,000, because that just means that the hype isn't there. So if the hype's not there, then who's going to be buying the tokens? Who's going to be participating in the crowd sale and the pre-sale? So I'll hope that when they release an ICO date, which I will have here the second they do, by that stage their community has grown a little bit more. And it is something that I'll definitely look into. I mean, it's an interesting project. Not 100% sure whether I will invest, but it will definitely go into my maybe column. So you can see here in this fourth tab of my spreadsheet, I've got the ICOs that I want to invest in. So I've got Coinvest, Amplitude, Kairos, Ton will probably go into the maybe column. Go Network, or probably not even. I just haven't changed that in a while. And then my maybes, Open, SyncFab, Polyswarm, which is pretty much over now. I need to change that as well. Sorry, been a bit slack. The ones that I have and gone through, Sentinel Chain I got into today. You know, I've liked that, Tomocoin credits, Arc Block Fusion. So these are the ones that I have gone in and invested in. And these are the ones that did not work out for whatever reason. Either I couldn't get through, or, you know, I forgot about it, or, you know, they just changed their structure, like Gems Network just went a bit crazy on everyone. So they're the ones that didn't happen, and yellow are the ones that are providing airdrops for us for whatever reason. They either have already, like Polymath was kind enough to send me 250 tokens for whatever reason. Absolutely beautiful. And some of them are still meant to, like Nucleus Vision and Currents. I think Nucleus Vision were doing that because they cancelled their crowd sale because they reached their cap in their pre-sale. Awesome project, guys. I do recommend getting behind Nucleus Vision. They have massive future potential. I'm talking long-term hodl territory. Just get in there and get their shit in cold storage, because I believe that they got awesome team and awesome plans for the future. That's enough Nucleus Vision shilling. That's all for this ICO. Thank you guys so much. If you can please subscribe down below, give us a thumbs up, share it around with your friends, join our Discord, Facebook, Twitter. All of the links will be down in the description box. Thank you again for watching. Peace out.